The Rams traded up and selected inside linebacker Chris Paul Jr. in the fifth round. What is his role going to look like going forward with the Rams? Well, we'll talk about that next on this round 5 draft reaction episode here on the Rams Up Podcast Network. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Rams Up Podcast Network. I'm Ian, riding solo for this reaction episode. If you're on YouTube, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. And share this video with all your fellow Rams and football fans out there. And if you're on the podcast only side of things, share this podcast with all your fellow Rams and football fans. I appreciate it, and everyone on this channel very much appreciates. But let's get right into it, Rams Nation. The Rams trade up yet again for a player they really, really wanted to get, and the Rams trade up and select inside linebacker Chris Paul Jr., or they call him Pooh out there in Mississippi, in the fifth round, 172nd overall. Let's pull up those trade details. What did the Rams give up to go get Chris Paul Jr.? So, trade details. The Rams sent the Minnesota Vikings a 2025 sixth round pick number 201 overall. A 2025 sixth round pick number 202 overall. And then the Rams received this 172nd overall pick in round 5 to select Chris Paul Jr., the inside linebacker from Ole Miss, University of Mississippi. And he was a first-team All-SEC inside linebacker and was a third-team All-American inside linebacker. And this dude led the team with 88 tackles and 11 tackles for loss. And before I get into what I saw on film when I had studied him within the last couple weeks, I think it's important to show what his relative athletic score, or his RAS, was, and to give a broad picture of who he is as an overall athlete, measurable wise, and then we'll get into what I saw with my own two eyes watching his tape. So here it is from Kentley Plate. Chris Paul Jr. was drafted in round 5, pick 172 in the 2025 draft class. He scored a 6.13 RAS, relative athletic score, out of a possible 10. This ranked 1,240 out of a possible 3,204 inside linebackers from 1987 to 2025. So his measurables in terms of his testing, a lot of it was nothing to be oh my gosh about, right? As height and weight are technically undersized for the position. His vertical and broad jump were overall good. His 10-yard split was pretty dang good to great. 20-yard split was good. And then his 40-yard dash was pretty dang great. And then his shuttle and three cone were not very good at all. So that is where he ended up with his relative athletic score. But what did the tape show? What did his film show when I watched with my own two eyes? And he was a player I had a 4th round grade on. He was somebody who I liked, but there were some issues that I thought, a 3rd round pick, would I have been mad about it if he was selected in the 3rd round? No, but I was like, I'd rather get him in the 4th, but here we are getting him in the 5th round instead. I mean, what great value this was. Great value to get a potential starting inside linebacker. Again, who I liked in the 4th round, we got in the 5th round. And the Rams, rightfully said, screw it, trade up and get this guy. And I think it was a good move and the right move to get him. So what did I see on tape with my own two eyes? So let's start with the run defense. In terms of his overall tackling ability and physical strength while tackling, I guess you can call it, how hard is he hitting ball carriers and quarterbacks? It's pretty dang freaking good. Borderline excellent in my opinion. He has great form tackling. Head up, chin up, great explosion, using his hips, using his lower body to completely just flow through ball carriers, I guess the best way I can describe it. And that is what, youth football players are getting coached up in Pop Warner right now. I mean, this dude's got great form tackling. And overall, I mean, anyone that's in his range, he's getting that guy down, and it is excellent tackling. Now, in terms of avoiding blocks, I think he's very good at it. So when linemen are coming at him or lead blockers, he's very good at being agile and getting around it. Now, this is where I put him in the fourth round primarily because if he does get blocked, he is not good at shedding it or getting away or breaking through it, you can call it, or shedding it. So once a lineman's got him or a lead blocker, I mean, he has an incredibly, incredibly hard time getting around it. Not that he never did it, but more times than not, he was getting blocked and it was a wrap for him. Now, in terms of his anchor, in terms of standing your ground, right? Anchoring yourself into the ground and being able to take on a block to not get pushed around or moved or, pancake blocked. He was not good at that at all either. His anchor was not good. And that was why I did not have him in my linebacker rankings in the third round or even higher, because that is something that matters in the NFL. There are huge linemen that are going to be coming at you, a la Philadelphia, a la Detroit Lions, and other teams that we will play and have to face, during a possible playoff run, Super Bowl championship run, where you need to be able to hang tight and take on those blocks and not get shoved around as often as possible with him. And this is something that can improve with coaching, with technique, with obviously weight room, getting stronger. He's still a young guy. I mean, all that can be improved upon. But what I saw with my own two eyes, I was like, if this was even just average, he would 100% be a third round, second round grade candidate on my linebacker rankings. And that was my only really big issue, and I think that can be improved upon. So that's all with the run blocking or the run defensive stuff, run defending stuff with him. In terms of pass coverage, I thought he was excellent overall. So in terms of zone coverage, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. Anything underneath, of course, right, in his inside linebacker area to the flats, the sideline to sideline, I thought he was absolutely fantastic. In terms of anything a little bit deeper, right? Let's just say we decide to run him and have him do Tampa cover two or Tampa two. You hear that. And what that is, it is cover two, meaning two defenders are guarding the field deep, right? One player's got one half, the other player's got the other half. What makes a Tampa cover two is that you have a linebacker covered deep in between the safeties and in between the inside linebacker range. So it's not all the way back where the safeties are, but it's kind of that in between intermediate area behind the inside linebackers, but in front of the safeties. I think he did a good job. I saw some of that. And I think he can definitely do that. So that's good to see. And in terms of man coverage, I thought it was about above average, right? And it was man to man, maybe with a tight end I saw a couple times, man to man with a running back a couple times that I saw, and he did a solid job. So about average on that. But in zone, absolutely fantastic. And in terms of blitzing, I thought he did a dang good job too. He's totally plays with his quote unquote hair on fire, plays like a maniac in a good way, plays like a bat out of hell when he's blitzing the quarterback trying to get him. And I think overall, this is a damn good football player who we got great value of in the fifth round. Again, a player I had in the fourth. My only issue that I just did not like is that if he was getting blocked, he just was not getting out of it, was not getting off of it to make a play. I mean, it was a wrap from what I saw on film. But overall, as a football player, he's a pretty dang good player. And let's pull up some other good stuff that I like seeing from him. I thought against screens, I thought he was really good at defending screens. So any wide receiver screen, any running back screen, again, he's really good at getting away from the blocks with his agility and all that. So he did a dang good job defending the running back screens, defending the wide receiver screens. So I thought that was very good. But that again goes into one of his pluses is don't get blocked, get around it and avoid it. And he's really good at that. So that should be a plus for his skill set in the next level with us. And again, great tackler. Absolutely. You see the explosions every now and then when you say, ooh, man, he looked pretty fast right there. In moments, not consistent, but you do see it on film. And I think he's got a great feel in terms of reading the play, whether it's run or pass. He's very good at deciphering what's going on and making a proper reaction to what's unfolding in front of him. So in a run play, let's just say it's a pin and pull or like a old school Packer sweep or a wing T sweep where you see the guards pull around and lead block to the outside. Or you see counters where the tackle and guard are pulling on the inside to trap block. Or you're seeing traps or whams or anything with the fullback involved zone running. He's very good at reading the lineman immediately and knowing, okay, I'm going to go attack here and I'm going to cause some havoc and make the tackle. He's very good at that. In terms of pass coverage and zone, he's very good at reading the quarterback size and going with the flow there. He's very good at his overall surroundings of knowing where his teammates are within their respective zones, knowing the flow of where opposing offensive pass catchers are entering his zone on the fly. And I think overall he's got great instincts and all that. And again, I would have had him higher if him getting blocked wasn't such an issue from what I saw on film. But overall, Rams Nation, this dude is a good football player. Yes, he is undersized, and yes, that was an issue on film. But I think playing alongside our fantastic young defensive front. I think playing alongside Omar Spades, who had a nice rookie season as an undrafted inside linebacker, I think this is no doubt about it an upgrade from uh, Christian Roseboom, Troy Reader, who's on the roster, even Landman. But hey, may the best man win the job. But in terms of what I saw on film, no doubt about it, he should be competing for that starting inside linebacker spot. And if I had to put some money on it or make a guess, I think he will get that job. And this is somebody who also was a green dot signal caller for the Ole Miss defense. So he is used to getting the call from a defensive coordinator, directing traffic, getting people lined up correctly, audibling. I mean, this dude could definitely be our Mike inside linebacker. And again, they may still have Quinn Lake have the green dot, but he is capable of that. He has the smarts, he has the skill set. And again, if he can just get stronger, if he can learn to get better or learn better technique to take on blocks, to be able to use hand movement better to get off blocks, to be able to engage those blockers and say, okay, maybe you got me, but maybe I can direct you and have a stalemate and maybe I can get you to make the running back make a decision that he doesn't want to, and I lead you to my teammates who can make the tackle and minimize this gain on a run play or whatever other, play where blockers are involved and he gets blocked up. I think all those things could be coached up. But again, I like the player. I think this is a great pick in the fifth round. I think the trade up was completely worth it. And I'm happy that we made the selection as we needed some inside linebacker help desperately. As yes, Omar Speights and Christian Rosen had some good moments, but we need guys that are more sure tacklers than this guy, Chris Paul Jr. or Pooh, as he likes to be called out there in the South. Makes sense for those reasons for sure. So again, great pick. Great trade up, in my opinion. Great value in the fifth round. As again, I had a fourth round grade on him. I know many people liked him in the third and I wouldn't have been mad about it if he would have got selected in the third. But to get him here in the fifth, great trade. Less need. Sean McVay, front office, scouting department, and we're lucky he was around at this time in the fifth round. And not bad for a first team All SEC inside linebacker. Not bad for a third team All American. I feel pretty dang good about this draft pick, and I expect him to fight for that starting job and I think earn it, truthfully. Whether he's the Mike, the Will, I think he'll be in there on those base, 3, 4 defensive downs. Maybe not the big passing downs, but I think he can do that too. So who knows? Will he be good enough to play in nickel and dime? I think based on his pass coverage ability, he can. So Rams Nation, good pick. But let me know how you feel about Paul Jr. being selected by the Rams. Was the trade worth it in your eyes? How do you feel about him being a quote unquote smaller linebacker, but fitting in with what we do on defense, trying to be quicker, faster, agile defense with obviously he'll be playing alongside Omar Spades, Jared Verse, Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Pruno Ford, Braden Fisk. How do you think he fits in with that group? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section here on YouTube. Let me know in the comment section on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcasts. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, Rams Nation, as Rams trade up and select inside linebacker Chris Paul Jr. in the 5th round, 172nd overall. And we shall see what he becomes. And I'm excited. I am excited. But Rams Nation, like, subscribe, share this video, share this podcast. I very much appreciate it. But never forget, baby, go Rams.